Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Pennsylvania Association for College Admission Counseling Virtual College Fair. Thank you so much for joining us. We are really excited you are here. Before we get started, we do have a few housekeeping items to note. First, if you have any questions at all, please feel free to submit those through the Q&A button to type in your questions to the presenters at any time. They are there, ready and available to answer your questions. Your camera and microphone are off. You are muted and your video is off. The panelists can't see or hear you. There are more sessions happening, so feel free to sign up for more sessions at the same place where you registered for this one. And lastly, all recordings will be available a week from today. All sessions are being recorded and can be accessed at strivescan.com/Pennsylvania. We are currently in session B4, where my mouse is circling at the moment. And this is also the same order of presentations. So without further ado, I'll get out of the way and introduce our first representative from Xavier University.
Hello, everybody. My name is Dan Sarmiento. I am the Regional Recruitment Director of Undergraduate Admission from Xavier University. I got 6 minutes, so we got a lot of information. Xavier University is a medium-sized institution located in Cincinnati, Ohio. We are a Jesuit Catholic institution. So really, if you don't know much about the Jesuits, I think St. Joseph's here also, they can vouch for me. We are all about being a person for others, serving our community. So social justice is big, community service is big. And another tenet of our philosophy is that we have to better ourselves to the best of our ability in order to serve our community. So education is a big piece of that. In terms of our community, we are a diverse community with more than half of our students coming from outside of Ohio. You'll see some of these numbers, but another one that I think is really interesting is the 39% of the students are the only ones from their high school to come. So we're really looking for those students who are looking to venture out and kind of test the waters, so to speak. It's kind of like the musketeer spirit. Here are some numbers if you want to do a quick screenshot. That'll be easier for you to keep all this information. But basically, we have more than 90 undergrad degree programs with 4 different schools to kind of fill those programs with our College of Arts and Science, College of Nursing, our Williams College of Business, and our College of Professional Studies. Another highlight on this screen that I like to do or point out is the 93% of the seniors rate their educational experience as good or excellent. So by the time they're graduating, they're feeling really good about their undergraduate experience. As I mentioned, we have 4 schools, and here are some of the top majors for incoming students, with the top 3 being nursing, business, and biomedical sciences. We make it a point to say incoming students because we know during your time as an undergrad, you're going to be exploring, and odds are you might be changing your major. As we kind of work through your undergraduate career, there is a lot of resources for you to take advantage of in terms of people you have access to, in terms of academic advising, success coach, peer mentors, professional mentors, career coaches, financial aid. So definitely it is hard to fall between the cracks because we have a lot of people here to basically help support you in your undergraduate career. It's hard not to be involved in campus with all our clubs and organizations, and then availability of leadership roles. So definitely we have an active campus, and that helps with our Division I programs. Tickets are free. Obviously, this picture was pre-COVID. If you are by chance following or were following basketball and March Madness, this year was a little tough for us, but usually we have a lot of great school spirit regardless. In terms of campus life, freshmen and sophomores are required to live on campus. And even the students who move off of campus, they still live really close to campus. We are also 10 minutes from downtown Cincinnati. So if you've done everything on campus and you want to check out the city, there's a lot to do in terms of nightlife, restaurants, sporting events, concerts, you name it. Also, being close to the city, students have access to a lot of internship opportunities. And if you love Cincinnati after going to Xavier, you can stick around and find jobs. Again, with our career coaches, we have a lot of support to kind of find you employment or internships. We have a lot of Fortune 500 companies in the downtown Cincinnati area. So definitely that has kind of helped with our students kind of finding a place for themselves after they graduate from Xavier. You'll see that there's a 98% success rate, whether they're going to graduate school, getting the first time job, or if they are kind of continuing on to go on to service or doing something else. We are on a rolling admission process, but keep in mind that even if you see other schools that have rolling admission processes, they still have priority deadlines, and we have a priority deadline of December 1st. So if you are applying for some of our honors program or some of the competitive scholarships, filling out your FAFSA, which is all that stuff, if you want to kind of get in on the front end, December 1st is a priority deadline. But again, outside of that, we are very much on a rolling basis. I know I just tossed a lot of information your way. Again, my name is Dan Sarmiento. I'm the Regional Director of Admission. Here's my info. If you don't want to copy it now, I'm going to put a link in the chat soon that you can fill out and get my information. And good luck with everything. Best of luck with your college search. And I'm next. I forgot who's next.
Awesome. No worries. Thank you so much. The next representative is from Delaware Valley University.
Hi, everybody. My name is Maggie Kingsbury, admission counselor at Delaware Valley University. I'm having a hard time going full screen. There we go. Welcome. We're glad you are here exploring colleges all around Pennsylvania and even outside of Pennsylvania. So that's so exciting. If you're a junior, senior, sophomore, freshman, welcome. Again, my name is Maggie. Our location of Del Val is located in Doylestown, Pennsylvania. We're about 30 miles or 1 hour outside of the city of Philadelphia. We have a train station on campus that takes students to Center City, Philadelphia within 1 hour. Great resource for internships or just fun things on the weekend. The population of Del Val is about 1,950 students at this point in time. Small school, you really get an individualized education at Del Val with a 13-to-1 student to faculty ratio. The average class size at Del Val is 18 students. The biggest class that we serve students on campus is about 40 students, and that is for general education freshman year. As you start to dive deeper into your major, the classes get smaller and smaller, which is really beneficial to our students. Del Val has about 40% males and 60% students in our undergraduate population, coming from 29 states and 5 countries. The class of 2020 was composed of 50% of our students coming from outside the state of Pennsylvania. So it's a very diverse population of students. Every student that walks through the doors of Del Val has the opportunity to have real world education and experiences. So they are all guaranteed at least 2 internships in the field that they're studying. Sometimes those internships are paid. You can do those internships at home over the summer or while you are a student at Del Val in our local community. We have over 400 connections all over our community. About 94% of our students from 2019 were employed within a year of graduation. So again, that real world experience that they're getting from our education is really leading to a high career outcome rate. We have 28 bachelor's degrees at Del Val. Tons of things. We have 3 schools. The School of Agriculture and Environmental Sciences, the School of Life and Physical Sciences, and the School of Business and Humanities. Our top 6 majors are animal science, business, criminal justice, conservation and wildlife management, zoo science, and biology. We have 7 master's programs, some of them being 4+1 programs, so they're really a great option if you are looking to get your master's. Our top 4+1 programs are business administration, criminal justice, and a history, policy, and society. Let's see, so 27 intercollegiate sports teams at Del Val. We have a very successful football program, lots of fun tailgating for basketball, football, volleyball, et cetera, et cetera. 40% of the students at Delaware Valley University are on an athletic team, so that really adds to their college experience. 27 teams in total. Let's see. We have 75 clubs and organizations at Del Val for you to get involved in, anything from recreational sports to hobby or career-related sports. We have a fantastic pre-vet club. American Association of Zookeepers is a really popular one. We have a great apiary society and tons of other things as well. Many of our students are involved in more than one club. Being that we have a smaller campus, it's very easy and comfortable to get involved at such a important level. Like Dan had mentioned before, we have tons of opportunities for leadership at Del Val as well, which really adds to the students' kind of well-being and then also their resume and stuff going forward as well. 100% of our students do receive a merit scholarship. So if you're a current senior or a junior looking to apply, know that if you get accepted, you'll receive a merit scholarship, which will stay with you the full 4 years that you attend our university. If there's any questions at all about all of this information, I'll be happy to put my email address in the chat when I stop sharing my screen. And if there are questions that you're welcome to ask at the end as well.
Awesome, thank you. Just a reminder that if you have any questions at all, to feel free to submit those through the Q&A. Our representatives are here to answer any questions that you have and are here to answer your questions. If you do have a specific question, to please also note the school name. The next representative is from McGill University.
Welcome, everyone. Thank you for coming to this session today. We're all very happy to have you here. My name is Patricia, and I'm an admissions and recruitment officer here at McGill University. So I'd like to share with you a couple of stats that speak to our university. Just for you guys to know, we have been around for 200 years. So we are celebrating our 200th year this year, actually, in a very unique way, but we are celebrating. The degree that you would obtain from our university is portable, meaning that you would be able to go anywhere around the world with it and it would be recognized. We have a lot of activities going on here in Canada. As you know, it is known for our winters, but it's also known for our summers. We have an exceptional time enjoying the different seasons that we have. A lot of our students do engage in a lot of different sports activities that really do complement to their studies. So just to give you a little bit of a visual where we are located, we are only 600 kilometers away from New York and 500 kilometers away from Boston. So that's a US reference. And we are only 2 hours away from Ottawa, which is the capital city of Canada. And just a few hours away from any of the big airports in the US. We have two campuses. The first one, which is the biggest one, is located downtown. And we have about 38,000 students in our downtown location. And out of those 38,000 students, 26,000 are undergraduate students. So like I said, we are in the heart of Montreal. And we really have a beautiful contrast of old buildings, historic buildings, and of course the modern Montreal. So this is a shot from Mount Royal, which is the mount that is located behind our university. And as you can see, this is all our campus. And you can literally cross the street and you'll be able to be, again, downtown. So I actually live around here and I actually take the underground to come on campus. So there are a lot of really vibrant activities going on. If you're interested in environmental sciences, you would be located in our MacDonald campus, which is only a 40-minute drive from our downtown location. And our campus there has about 2,000 different students there. Okay. So just to give you an idea, over 30% of our student population comes from different countries around the world. Last year alone, we received 2,200 students from the US. And also depending on what your area of interest is, you would either be located in our downtown campus location or in our McDonald campus. We do have a lot of different programs, so I would strongly recommend that you take your time to go over all the programs. I've placed the link on the chat, so you can start taking a look at those programs. So dates that you want to make sure that you keep in mind are first the application. So you can apply online. And then you just have to register, you pay a fee, and the deadline to apply is January 15th. Then you would also be able to apply for scholarship. We also have merit-based. So if you have very good grades, you would be offered a scholarship. Then you would have to support your documents by March 15th. And you would also be able to, if you have barriers in terms of money, we do offer need-based financial aid. So just very quickly, what are we going to look into when you apply to our university? So basically, we want to make sure that we honor all your hard work in terms of your academics. And so we will look at your overall grades. And just for you guys to know as well, we have gone test optional for ACTs, SATs. So you can opt to not submit this. So again, keeping this very much in mind, we do have our cutoffs from our previous year online, just so you know a little bit of what the type of grades you want to have in order to be able to apply to our university. Again, it's just for the sake of transparency, so you know what the grades are. Scholarships, you can be awarded scholarships. You would have to meet some grade requirements. And again, like as I was saying, you would eventually have to submit documentation. We do not ask for interviews, essays, nothing like that. We really do want to honor all of your hard work. Now, unfortunately, because of COVID, you can't really come to our campus right now, but we do have a virtual tour. It's very, very nice. And you can take it in the meanwhile. And then hopefully, if everything goes okay for us and for everyone in the world, literally around the world, COVID would be under control and you would be able to come and attend our university, okay? So very important to be connected. Make sure that you take a picture of this. You will be able to have access to all the information that you need. If you access the websites, and also I will make myself available to you. I will share my email address so you can contact me. Okay, so thank you very, very much. Merci beaucoup for your attention this evening. And I hope to see a couple of you guys emailing me later on.
Very helpful information. Thank you. The next representative is from SUNY Oswego, and excited to hear what they'll share. The next representative is from SUNY Oswego. There you go.
Okay, so I'm going to try my hardest to share this with you folks. And let's see if all of this is going to work. Probably not. Okay, I apologize. I'm struggling to get the screen sharing going here. Any better? No.
We can see that now.
You could see that.
Yes.
Oh, okay. I'm going to go back to it. There we go. Okay, so SUNY Oswego is about 45 minutes northwest of Syracuse. So we are upstate New York. And You can see the campus is directly on beautiful Lake Ontario, one of the Great Lakes. If you are sort of in that Allentown area, it's about 3 hours and 45 minutes. From the Harrisburg area, it's a little closer to 5 hours. I live in Jersey, and it's about 4 hours for me. My connection, you may have seen from the picture, I'm a little bit older than everybody else. I'm a retired high school counselor, so I know what you guys are going through, and this process can be a little bit overwhelming, but we do have a nice mix on our campus, as you can see, of newer buildings, older buildings. We have been part of the State University of New York since it originated in the 1940s. Our campus has been around since 1869. Again, a beautiful shot of Lake Ontario. Our campus is about 7 acres along the shoreline. We have about 6,800 full-time students, another 1,200 or so grad students. We have about 4,800 students living on campus in 13 different residence halls. We have 5 different dining halls. And as you can see, we have a lot of different areas to be proud of. That is our village where mostly upper class folks live. But just to give you a feel for what our campus is really like. And I'll let that play for a little bit longer. Sheldon Hall is right there. We are Division III sports. We have everything but football. So for those of you that were thinking about playing football, our campus might not be for you, but we do have ice hockey, which is the most popular sport on campus. I'm going to try to get out of this now. There we go. Nope. Oh, man. Oh, boy. Okay, I'm going to keep the video going. Anyway, we have everything from accounting through zoology and pretty much everything in between. We do not have nursing. I know a lot of students are interested in nursing, but we do not offer that as one of our options for students. Some of the most popular or more popular majors would be zoology, starting at the bottom end, animal science. Not a whole lot of schools are going to offer that. We also have meteorology. It's the Al Roker School, and Al is on Channel 4. You may, or NBC rather, you may know that. So we do have meteorology. We have our School of Business, we have our School of Education, we have our School of Arts and Sciences, and that would include pretty much everything in between the accounting and the zoology. One of the things that I would like to mention is that for our out-of-state students, we provide housing. Our cost for out-of-state students is right around $34,000, but the housing portion of that is about $9,000. So we provide housing, a housing scholarship. It's called the Destination Oswego Scholarship for out-of-state students. So that $34,000 or so price is going to be reduced by $9,000 right off the bat, because for as long as you're on campus, we will provide a room. The other thing is our merit scholarships can reduce the cost even more. So financially, we're going to be in the ballpark or maybe even a little bit better price-wise than the Pennsylvania state schools. Oswego is also a smaller town. The closest larger city is Syracuse. And so the town and the campus really belong together. So the small town of Oswego is a port city. Shipping comes in and out, beautiful lighthouse in the harbor. But the town itself is also a recreation area. So there's, the coffee shops, the restaurants, and all of that downtown. So students who may be looking for a more urban experience, we do run buses and things into Syracuse, but otherwise it's a small town and a relatively medium-sized campus. The SUNY system is the largest in the country. We do offer a wide array of study abroad opportunities. If we don't go to, and we have students go to 80-something countries from our campus that we sponsor, and then the SUNY system, each one of the 64 different campuses may offer another country that you're interested in that possibly the Oswego campus does not offer. So there are those opportunities as well.
We're
We
also at
have a brand new
time.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, sorry about that. Awesome.
Nope.
Well, thank you. Again, all great information shared. And so we really appreciate it. The next, before we jump to the next next two representatives, I do want to send another friendly reminder for those who would like to submit any questions. You're more than welcome to submit questions through the Q&A. Again, our representatives are here to answer any questions that you have along the way. And if you have a specific question, to also note the school name. The next representative is from Earlham College.
Hi, I'm Susan Hillman de Castañeda. I hope everybody's doing well. I'm from Earlham College in Richmond, Indiana, and we're located right on the Indiana-Ohio border. So you just have to cross Ohio and then you end up in Richmond. So it's a pretty nice drive for everybody from Pennsylvania. I'm going to share my screen here. And Earlham has we have about 800 students from over 45 states and territories and from over 50 countries. About 20% of our students are international students, and another 22% of our students are domestic multicultural students. So even though we're located in Indiana, we are a very diverse campus, and we're small enough that you for sure will have class with students from many places around the world, maybe even have an international student as a roommate. We also have a number of faculty, in addition to our language faculty who are international student or faculty, but also faculty who teach in chemistry and math and economics who are from other countries. So our faculty, our students are very international. We are located in Richmond, Indiana. We're right on the interstate. We're just 45 miles from the nearest airport, which is in Dayton, Ohio. And there typically are direct flights from Dayton to Philadelphia. So it's easy to get, if you're in the Philadelphia area, to get here. Otherwise, it's easy to drive. So it's a good spot for students from Pennsylvania. We are a Quaker school, so we do have a real sense of community, a focus on respect for persons, integrity, simplicity, and commitment to peace and justice. We don't use titles on campus, and it's a testimony we've had for many centuries. It's not at all like a presumption of familiarity, but a sense of everyone's created equal. So that's a principle that a lot of students appreciate, being able to call all of their professors by name. We are a distinctive community. Of course, every college is going to tell you that what makes them special. But at Earlham, what we really focus on is intentionally creating opportunities and experiences that will transform your life and that will prepare you to be a catalyst for good in a world that's really full of need. So part of our mission statement is creating leaders for the future. We know there's a lot of things that this world needs, and we are about creating leaders to fill those needs. You will be challenged and supported at the same time. You will have an academic advisor who will help you set up your classes. Also, you have until the end of your second year to actually choose your major. So you have a chance to take classes maybe you've never had in high school, philosophy class or geology class or sociology. So you choose your major, but you also have time outside of your major to take classes and other things that interest you. We are one of the 40 colleges that change lives. You can see here our majors and minors that we have listed. over 40 majors and minors. Our most popular majors are biology, global management, which is our business program, computer science, and psychology. We have some really interesting interdisciplinary programs such as women's gender sexuality studies, international studies, peace and global studies. We have comparative languages and linguistics. We also have some new majors such as media and communications, data sciences, equestrian management. We just last week approved a museum studies major, so we're really excited about that. Again, you will have professors working alongside you to help you put all of your classes together. The classroom is where the magic happens. So the average class size is about 13. The student to faculty ratio is 9:1. Both of those figures are to say that you get a lot of attention from your professors, and there's always time in the classroom for your voice to be heard. We have been recognized by the Princeton Review as having one of the best classroom experiences. We have an Earlham Advantage program as part of our EPIC program. EPIC is our Earlham program for an integrated curriculum. We want you to connect your work in biology to music, to math, your work in politics to your work in environmental studies. And then we want you to practice it. So the college guarantees you up to an additional $5,000 for you to have an internship or research opportunity anywhere in the world one summer while you're at the college. We have over 60 clubs and organizations. We have 17 Division III athletics. So you're still a student first and then an athlete, but we really appreciate the attitudes that athletes bring with them. We have 8 dormitories. We have theme houses. We do not have Greek life on campus. And then we have apartments in the back of campus for our older students or seniors. The application process, you use a common application. We do give merit scholarships to every student based on your grades or your grades and your test scores. We have just a few deadlines, December 1st and March 1st. So if you have any questions, feel free to contact me. Thanks so much.
Thank you. We really appreciate it. Our last representative, but certainly not least, is from St. Joseph's University.
Thank you, Catherine. Hi, everybody. Good evening. My name is James Jackson. I am an assistant director at St. Joseph's University. I promise to keep this brief. For those of you who don't know, we are located here in the city of brotherly love, also known as Philadelphia, the 6th largest city in the United States of America. And I just want to kind of cover some highlights about who we are. Like Xavier University before us, we are also a Jesuit university. Essentially, for those of you who may have missed it, the Jesuits are an order of priests who have combined their love of academics and social justice and brought them together in a wonderful teaching philosophy. Although I didn't go to St. Joe's until graduate school, I did go do my undergraduate at a Jesuit university in Western New York. So I believe in a Jesuit education. I think what sets it apart from other educations is that you have the heart of people in everything that you do, that you consider people in their totality, mind, body, and spirit. And as such, we have a holistic review process for our applications. As you can see, there are some highlights on my page here. We were founded in 1851. We are Philadelphia's Catholic Jesuit University. We are anchored in intellectual rigor, reflection, social justice. We are a mid-sized school. We have under 5,000 undergraduate students. We represent 50 states and 50 countries. I say all the time that St. Joe's is large enough where you're consistently meeting someone new, but we're small enough where practically everyone knows your name. When students come to St. Joe's, they are more than just a number. They are named, they are faced, they are a part of our community. We also can say that because of our smaller size and our community type building feeling, we were able to have on-ground classes for the entire academic year, knock on wood. So in the midst of a pandemic, we didn't have any major outbreaks. We were very safe. We made sure that students social distance, made sure that masks were mandated. We had on-site testing, and we are happy to say that for the entire academic school year that we did have on-ground in-person classes for those who chose to do so, as well as hybrid and high flex courses where students could choose to take classes virtually. So we're very proud of that. We do have 3 schools. We have the College of Arts and Sciences that has all of our natural science, mathematics, humanities, and social science courses. We have our Hobbs School of Business, which houses all of our business programs from marketing to finance to accounting. And we also have the new School of Health Studies and Education, where our programs such as Autism Behavioral Studies, all of our secondary education and education programs are, as well as our interdisciplinary health services program. One other highlight is that we are test optional. We have been test optional since 2014. We've been doing this. The pandemic didn't have to come for us to switch. So not only do we believe that the test doesn't define who you are as an individual, we also know how to evaluate students to know that they're college ready, irrespective of those test scores. So please know that we do have your best interest in mind. And we also are the top 3% of universities in alumni earnings 10 years after graduation. One thing that we are very stressed with is we help to stress with students that we want you to be great here while you're a hawk on Hawk Hill, but we want you to be great once you fly away from the nest. And part of that is to say that 97% of the class of 2019 upon graduation, they were in a full-time academic experience, and a full-time volunteer experience, or they were in their full-time job. So we honestly want students to not only be successful while they're here on campus, but once they go off into the real world, and we help them to get through jobs for internships, as well as our wonderful co-op program, where students have the opportunities to work full-time, as well concurrently with their academic experiences. If you have any other questions, our website is very comprehensive. You can go to sjau.edu, and I encourage you to definitely go in there and go to the Meet My Counselor. You'll see our pretty faces there. You can find your class, your counselor. We go by where you go to high school. So if you go to a high school in Chester County, you happen to have your boy, me, James. I am your admission counselor. I'm very, very happy to speak with you. So if you go to high school in Chester County, Pennsylvania, please know, or in New Jersey, South Jersey, Burlington, and Camden counties, please know that I'm here to help you. Otherwise, somebody just as great as I am will be there to help you. Thank you for your time. And if you have any additional questions, please let us know, or you can visit our website. Thank you. Catherine.
Thank you. Go ahead and share. Awesome. Well, thank you. We do have some time left, and so we're going to go ahead and pivot now into our Q&A portion of the session. So I'll ask if all our presenters can turn on their cameras to unmute themselves, and we'll go ahead and get started with the first question here, which is, what advice would you give someone going through the college search process? Again, what advice would you give someone going through the college search process? And we'll go ahead and get started in the same order in which you all presented in.
So, hi, Dan again from Xavier. And I would just encourage all of you, there's going to be a lot happening during this process. There's going to be a lot of noise. There's a lot of people chirping in your ears, a lot of information to get in. I would highly encourage you to just make sure that you find moments to breathe and check in with yourself, and make sure you understand why you are kind of going down the direction that you're going with, in terms of what types of schools you're looking at, what programs you're looking at. Because again, it can be really easy to get lost in all the shuffle because it's going to be so noisy. So just make sure that you keep checking in with yourself, because this whole process is for you to find a place for you to continue thriving after you graduate from high school.
Hi, Maggie again from Del Val. My advice to someone going through the college admission process would be to visit as many schools as you can. I know things are a little bit crazy right now. Some schools are closed, some schools are opened, but most schools should be offering virtual options as well. So whether it's in person, whether it's virtually, get out there and visit, and you'll know when you hit that right school, you'll get a feeling.
I agree with my colleagues as well. I'd just like to add that another very important piece of advice is to really think what you like doing. because you're going to be spending a lot of hours studying, reading, learning. So make sure that you identify something that you're really passionate about. Take your time, divide it into smaller tasks. Don't decide college in like one afternoon. It's not going to happen. Set yourself for success. So set aside, say 30 minutes every week, and then look into what you like doing and plan accordingly.
I remember when I was a high school counselor, my advice was, and this was pre-COVID, but my advice always was, try not to start with that. I'm looking for a good fill in the blank major. I'm looking for a good psychology program. I'm looking for a good business program, because typically on every campus, the really good stuff for any major is going to be offered in those upper level classes. You're going to take intro to this and intro to something else in your freshman year. And so the focus I've always thought should be on that comfort level, because you'll never get to those upper level classes unless you're comfortable on campus for all the other reasons. Typically, you're going to have 15 hours of classes per week. And then at least that many hours of study time, but there's a whole lot more hours in the week. And those hours are the ones that I would encourage you to focus on. What else does that particular school provide that will fill up those other hours?
Yeah, I would piggyback on that, and that sometimes students get caught up in the physical aspect of the college, which is very important. They have a new building here, a new building there, but you only spend so much time in some of those buildings. Really, it's the people you want to look at. How do people treat each other? How do students treat each other? Do they listen carefully? What is the arrangement for having your voice heard in every class? Do you get to be involved on committees at the college level? Those are really parts of the college experience that will deeply enhance and enrich your life.
And with 2 minutes to spare, I'm going to say, relax. Stop, don't put so much pressure on yourself. I'm going to tell you a secret. You're going to go to college. It's going to go, it may not be your first choice, may not be your second, shoot, may not be your fifth, but you're going to go to college. And then you're going to be 10 years out like I am, and you're going to be like, I miss college because adulting is hard. So don't put that adulting stress on yourself now until you get that first gas bill. You are not an adult. Enjoy the process, enjoy the rest of your senior year, enjoy your summer. Like, college is studying, but it's also the time where you really kind of find yourself, discover who you are, discover new things, and discover new friends. So trust the process.
And I couldn't agree more with all that advice. Thank you so much to our presenters. Thank you for the great words of wisdom, but also thank you for the information you shared with us. We have concluded the end of this session. And so as we close, we ask that if you could take a very brief moment to fill out a very quick 4-question survey that will appear on your browser. Your feedback will be greatly appreciated. There are more sessions like this one happening, so feel free to sign up for more sessions where you registered for this one. And lastly, this recording will be available a week from today. All sessions are being recorded and will be available at strivescan.com/Pennsylvania. Again, thank you all and have a great night.
Thank you.